Some things in life you manifest with ease, but then there are the things that you really want, and for some reason you find it very difficult to manifest it. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you why you can't manifest anything that you really want and how to fix it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And this is something that everyone struggles with. When something is so important to you, it's something that you really want, and you find it near impossible to actually manifest it. Manifestation is actually a science. It's not just spiritual woo-woo stuff. And you have to understand the frequencies that we put out, and what we're going to receive in return, in response to the frequency that we're broadcasting into the electromagnetic field. The sooner that you break free of everything is just physical, you will start to actually take back control of your everyday life and start becoming a creator being. And that's something that I've done on my journey. I discuss many different topics here on YouTube and across all platforms. But what I was actually doing was manifesting. And I myself, when I used to do things and they would just happen a certain way, I actually studied so that I can articulate the things that I actually did without even trying. So that's the first thing that I want to discuss is that vibrational frequency of not caring or not even trying. See, there's a reason why you can't manifest what you really want. Okay, you're probably on this video, you stumbled across this video, you say, why can't I manifest this one thing? I really want this one thing. And I'm laughing, you're probably laughing because it's so true. There is too much resistance, okay, to what you really want. So the things that you manifest, you're actually manifesting out of a place where almost like you don't really care. But when you care too much and you're actually putting into the 3D reality the vibrational frequency of lack, and then you're thinking about it all day long, and you're actually grinding on the inside, and you're creating this resistance. You really want this thing, but you probably can't actually manifest that thing. So there is a paradox to manifestation. Throughout today's lesson, I always utilize my everyday life. I give you real life evidence, firsthand experience, and then you could utilize the things that happened in my life, and then you could apply it to your life. So there is a paradox to this, especially if you're a passionate person like I am. Are you a passionate person? Are you actually full of love? And manifestation, this is where the paradox comes into play. And if you listen to this entire message, you will understand this. So you might be a very loving person, a very passionate person. And when it comes to manifesting, that thing that drives your soul, the thing that you really, really want, it actually becomes very difficult. So, I create these world famous videos, and, certain times there are videos that I'm so passionate about, and I say the whole world's got to hear this video, right? And then, there's videos that, whatever it is. And then those videos that I really don't care about, they have 50,000 views, 70,000 views, right? The other day I was reviewing my channel and I looked at this video. I said, this video's got 50,000 views? It's not even that good. It's true. Now I'm looking at this video. This video has 7,000 views. This one is supposed to have 50,000 views. This is what I do in my brain, okay? This one should have 50,000 views. Why doesn't this one have 50,000? This one has 7. Okay, so this is what really goes on. And sometimes, when even though we're very passionate about it, even though the quality of the work, like you might take pride in your work, right? And the quality of the work, you want it to be heard or seen by the world. And sometimes we put that pressure out there, right? And when we realize that this reality is not physical and it's a representation of these energies, and there is a paradox to that, sometimes when we put so much resistance, it actually is stunting the growth of maybe your work, So this could come in the place of your passion in life when it comes to your work or vocation is what I like to call it. And that's what it needs to be. It needs to be fun. The more that I focus on things being fun, it actually allows the energy to flow freely. I am a well-rounded individual. And so if you are part of the YouTube community, if you watch me here on YouTube or on all the platforms, you could see this. In this modern era, like say people, algorithms, the robots, they want to put you into a box. But I need to, expand outward and discuss a variety of different topics. This actually, for my overall manifestation, is important because now it's where you're focusing your attention. So because I don't limit myself, so I do many manifestation videos. Here's one right now. If that is flowing, I could focus my attention there. But if there is resistance, well, then I could go over to a different topic like wellness and health and training, motivational speeches, right? All these different playlists on the channel page. So I could vary up where I'm focusing my attention. You're always going to want to go to the path of least resistance when it comes to manifestation. And the problem is when you're a very driven person, if you're a very passionate person, I am one of those people. So I have struggled with this as well. So I'm sharing with you because I am well-rounded. I could focus my attention elsewhere to the path of least resistance, and then I'm in that frequency, and I'm in that frequency of growth. I'm in a higher vibrational frequency of no struggle. Right? We don't want to be in that frequency of struggling all day long. So once I'm in that frequency, then I could shift my attention elsewhere. Recently my Facebook, hit me up on Facebook. We're growing like never before. It happens to just erupt and it's blowing up, and the reels are getting views like it's so easy. It's so easy. So now I'm just utilizing this as an example. I'll focus on that platform, and I'm building a Facebook community, and I'm producing content, and the reels, I say we're reeling and dealing. So you're always going to want to focus your attention, and that's why you're going to want to have different outlets, have a variety of options, because and if you're really passionate about something, if you're just focusing your attention on this, we're gotta have this one thing, and right? You get really uptight, right? And I've gone through this as well because I am a passionate person. So to actually manifest, you want to have a variety of options. So I'm using that as an example. So I could focus on something. I'm seeing the growth, right? So it puts me in a better frequency. And then that is going to create a positive feedback loop. And then I could pull it somewhere else. When it comes to your wealth, there's many people that discuss this. You should have different streams of income, for example. Maybe if one area is getting tight, you could kind of focus on a different one, right? So it is important to build different streams of income, and then you could focus around the bend. In the past, in the previous world, I discuss ascension. A lot of we're entering a new conscious reality with people that are actually conscious creators. That's why you've stumbled across this message. You're actually creating the reality. So in the past, we might have had an identity, but we need to be well-rounded. For example, I used to be a science teacher, and I didn't limit myself to just being a professional at science, for example. So, and a lot of you see that reflected in the content, right? Whether it's the energy, the health, the wellness. But what I had to do in this world, I had to learn about finances. I had to be my own, financial advisor. I had to start learning things and studying things. Then I had to learn about real estate, right? We have to learn these things, and then we become well-rounded. So when you're able to do this, you're always focusing your attention elsewhere. This is the reason when you are too focused on something, and again, these are the energies, the ebbs and flows. Click subscribe to the channel. I guide us all as a community. We do this together because there are certain energies, say of the month or the year, right? And we want to if we know these energies, we will flow with these energies, right? So this is a big change that we're going through right now. So if you lean into it instead of fighting against it, then you will be able to start manifesting what you really want. Okay, so you have to find different ways and not keep going the same way. You know, sometimes we think we need to go straight at something, right? And us passionate people, us loving people do. I want to go straight at it. But sometimes we're going to have to go all the way around to get to it. And that's because the reality is quantum. You know, and I shared this before. Sometimes we think we're going from A to B, but we had to go all the way through this, right? I share about my journey of how I manifested many things. Check out the manifestation playlist. How was I going to live with the palm trees? And your inner child is so important to manifestation. It's something I discuss all the time. You have to be childlike, and the more you're childlike, you start to manifest those things. You become lighter, and that's how you get the things that you really want. You always did as a kid. So the path of least resistance is very important. There's a term, the round robin. You have to go to this, got to go to that, have tons of options. So you could do this in any aspect of life. So all different types of people are tuned into this message, okay? And this is deep teaching. So whether maybe it's wealth, right? Maybe it's a new location. Maybe it's a job, or maybe it's a love. Maybe there's a specific person. This is a more difficult paradox when it comes to a love, because now you have two people. So that's why there's also additional things. So when it's just, say, you're focusing on, okay, this is the job, this is my work, this is the wealth, this is, right? But now it takes two to tango, if you will. It makes it even more chaotic in the quantum, okay? So maybe there's a specific person, okay? Or maybe, you have encountered, or you are, wanting to connect with your twin flame or kingdom spouse. And I have full videos on that as well. You know, a real deep, meaningful relationship, not surface level relationship. This is a very big paradox. Sometimes if you're the divine masculine like myself, I speak to a lot of men that are, straight shooters like myself. And it's like, there's the girl. I want to love the girl. I just want to, show it and not play all these games. Okay. But in this paradox, if you do that, if you actually show, this is the one, and there's so much love going at that person, they will actually run away. So in this paradox, you actually have to manifest thousands and thousands of people, and you have to make so much space so that your attention is going elsewhere. And now you put out a frequency. Now the person that ran from you, the frequency is like they almost have to chase you, because now there's thousands of women that are coming after you. And if it's for you, they're going to have to self-reflect, and then they go from the runner to now they're going to maybe come backwards, and then you become magnetic. This is a very big paradox, right? Because you love something, but you have to say, oh, I got to go elsewhere, and then you start having all these options. The job, that I want this job. So now you got to have all these different people reaching out to you, and then all of a sudden the job you really wanted, they see Jeffrey over there. So, we want to hire you. We want you to come here. So this is a very big paradox, but this is actually how manifestation works. And this is why you probably are struggling to manifest anything that you really want. So I'm teaching you how to fix it, and you have to get rid of the resistance. You have to have a plethora of options. You store things in your heart. Remember, you always got to go to God when it comes to this. God knows what you store in your heart. And then create all these different options, and create more options on top of that. And this is where, if you are a passionate person, if you are a direct person, this is the times, this is the when it's so important. Here it is. All right. And we actually have seen this. You could see this with athletes. All right. It comes time that this is the Super Bowl, and they choke. Okay, because they put so much stress, they get really tight, and so even when you think about athletics, it really is. Everything is really manifestation, because we're creating the reality. Yeah, I share about my training, okay, and sometimes there's a body part or something that hurts, Or, maybe I want to, get my arms bigger, but I have a pain going down here. But now, like, my core is feeling really good, and now I'm able to really hammer that away, and then I could get to maybe a lagging part that's injured at a later time. So then you could go round robin with things. People that are very robotic are not, it's not going to be easy for manifestation. You have to go with the flow, okay? Because ultimately, right? And you have to get this linear time out. I discuss with, many of my brothers in the gyms, and, this is something I discuss. People walk around, I've seen them, they walk around with a clipboard, they write these things down. You got to just get rid of it, okay? And I know it's very difficult, right? But I'm teaching you this, all right? This is quantum manifestation, and you have to go with the flow, go with the path of least resistance, and get out of the brain and get into the heart. And if you actually do these things, you will fix that resistance that you have, being so uptight about it that you sometimes we squeeze so tight that it falls. Well, oh my God, where did it go? So this is why you can't manifest anything that you really want. I know this topic is something that everyone, if you're a conscious creator, if you're on the ascension journey, manifestation, you're out there on the internet and you came across this video today. I'm sure you could say, I wanted this thing, I wanted this job, I wanted this relationship, and I could get all these other things. Thousands of people are wanting to date me, thousands of jobs, but this one doesn't. Why is that? And that is the paradox of manifestation. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Be well-rounded as I am, and I try to share from firsthand experience. If today's lesson resonates with you, I'm very grateful if you would click the like button and click the subscribe button. We have daily videos at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Check out the channel page. I neatly put all the different topics I discuss into playlists. Maybe you're here for motivation. I have the manifestation masterclasses, okay, the health and wellness videos. Focus, right? And even if it is your health and wellness, you are in a form still manifesting, right, your health and wellness. Everything is becoming a conscious creator, okay? So focus on being the water, flowing like the water. When you flow like the water, okay, things will start to just pop up. And anytime I was childlike, anytime I really didn't care, manifest 1, 2, 3. So I know that is it's paradoxical. It's very difficult, especially if there's a special person or a special job. I know this message will help a lot of people. I'm grateful if you shared this message, and leave a comment down below. Are there things that you really want to manifest and you kind of struggle with them? This video is going to help you, and this is what I have done on my journey, and I share from firsthand experience. I go through these things as well. There are things I can manifest 1, 2, 3, baby, and then there's things that take me a little extra time. Let go, let God. It really works in the end. I know it's difficult. We're all like that, but we're creator beings, and we have to learn. There's actually a science to this. So as Tesla said, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What's the frequency that you're putting out? When you put out lack, when you put out that you don't have it, this reality is going to reflect it back to you. So just put out that you have it all, and just let God sort it out for you. It's very deep. It's very deep. I love you guys very much. Like, comment, share. Check out Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. I'm all the platforms. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. I love you guys. Keep going, kid.